Guys, we're out at the range today, and I brought with me something a little bit different. This gun is not new to my channel, but it is the first time that I've had it out at the range. This is my wife's Taurus G2C. This is something that she picked up sometime last year. If you guys go back on my channel, you can see the unboxing video that I did with it. And I've not had it out at the range, and I just thought that I would bring it out today, show it to you guys here on the range, and we would talk a little bit about some of these more affordable firearms that are on the market. Right now, you can see she has it in a matching turquoise, whatever color that is, holster. I'm sure some of you guys are probably laughing right now because I'm shooting this color gun, but you know, hey, like I say, it's my wife's. But we're gonna shoot it, put a few rounds down range. We're back probably about I don't know, about 15 yards or so from the target. Put a few rounds on it and just see how we do. So I have not shot this gun yet, but Taurus is something that I'm familiar with. But you know, let's go and see how we do. Ran flawlessly, locked back, no problem with it. It does seem to shoot just slightly to the left from what I was having to see. I was having to aim just to the right of the steel to make solid contact with it. No big deal. Trigger is a little bit different than what I'm used to. The trigger on this is, I guess you could say, it's not spongy or very spongy. It does have a little bit of sponginess to it. It's similar to a Glock. Probably just a little bit more pronounced than a Glock trigger, but still very functional. So we're going to load up another magazine and put a few more downrange and see how we do. Brought you guys around just a bit. That way you can kind of get a little bit different perspective on this gun. And this is some Federal Red Tip. Some that I picked up, it's just range ammo, and I figured that it would probably work well for something like this. It does have a little bit of a flat nose there. Similar to a jacketed hollow point. Not sure how it will do, but we're going to give it a try in the Taurus G2C and see how it does. Here we go. Run flawlessly, no issues whatsoever. And you know, that's kind of the point that I wanted to make, to bring this gun out here. There's a lot of folks online that will talk about some of the budget guns that are on the market, and sometimes folks will look down on them, and I think that that's something that's not very advisable to do, in my opinion. This is a very functional firearm. There's a lot of firearms on the market out here like this. And I have had students in some of my concealed carry classes that have brought very expensive guns to the class, and they would have issues. And you know, I've literally seen $1,000 guns fail right here at my range, while at the same time someone that would bring something like this would have no issues whatsoever all day long in the class. And this is one of several different styles, several different models that are out there on the market that kind of go along in the lines of a budget firearm, but they're very, very reliable, very functional, and something that if you don't have a lot of financial resources, which most of us don't these days, something that can be a very good option for you. I mean, the fit and finish on these may not be up to par with some of the more expensive firearms on the market, but at the same time, these are nothing to look down on. These are very great guns. There are several different ones out there. I have several on my channel, and I'm sure that you guys, if you've been a follower of my channel for a while, have seen the Canics as well as several other firearms that are out there. You know, this particular one, the turquoise, my wife just had to have it. She just loves that color for some reason, and just wanted to bring it out here and show it to you guys. Let's take a few minutes to take a close-up look at the Taurus G2C, and since we have been shooting, I'm just going to show you that we are currently unloaded. There's nothing in the magazine and there is nothing in the firearm. This particular gun has a 3-dot sight. This is not a night sight. It is just basically a standard 3-dot sight. However, it is something that there are some aftermarket companies out there that are making sights for the Taurus. You know, it does have a loaded chamber indicator, things like that. It does have the manual safety for some folks out there that like a manual safety on a firearm. I know that that's something common for a lot of new shooters. Now, it is not ambidextrous. It is only on one side of the gun, but at the same time, it is nothing that most people can't deal with. You know, I do have an older Taurus, one of the predecessors to this model. I'm sure that if you go back on my channel, you can look and see that particular gun, and you know, it works fine as well. It is a little more top heavy, and that's one of the things that I like that they've done with the newer Taurus is they have slimmed them down to where they're a little more balanced in the hand, in my opinion. Some of the older ones, the PT-111 and things like that, they felt a little bit top heavy. The newer ones, the G2C, like this one, the G3, they are much more balanced. The stippling on the frame is very nice. It is something that will help you to grip that firearm. The trigger on it, like I say, it's nothing to write home about, but it's not bad. I have shot guns with much worse triggers. Now, one thing about the trigger, it's very similar to the Glock. It does have that little dongle here, but one thing that I notice when I press the trigger on this, it seems like there is a little more pressure on my finger directly from the center of that trigger. You know, where the Glock seems to go a little more flat when I press it, the Taurus does seem to stick out just a little bit more as I press that trigger. And just to show you guys what this trigger is, when, you know, there's a little bit of take up, a little bit of squishiness right there, but when I hit that wall, you can see how far back that trigger is. When I press, the break is about right there. Okay, and the reset is about right there. So it's not terrible. I'll have to say it is not terrible, but the trigger, the way that that feels up front there, it is something that I do notice, which, you know, compared to a lot of other firearms on the market. Guys, just a quick video that I wanted to do to show this gun to you out at the range, give you some of my impressions of it as far as what I thought about it. You know, and as I mentioned earlier, guys, don't look down on some of these more affordable firearms. You really cannot go wrong with some of them that are out there on the market these days. And some of them, I mean, they can be quite interesting to look at, you know, the different colors and things like that. But this is just a simple video that I wanted to do to talk with you all about some of these types of firearms, show you the Taurus G2C, and let me know your thoughts about them down in the comments below, guys. I know what my impressions of them are. I think that they are a very nice firearm, especially for the money. These are, like I said, you know, I've seen guns that were 3 times more expensive than what these were fail out here at my range, while one of these would run all day long. But guys, just let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Be sure to check out all of the rest of the videos on my channel. Be sure to subscribe. Also, guys, I do have the option for joining the channel. I'm going to be doing some special members only content in the near future. So if you guys want to go and become a member to check out some of that content, you can do so either underneath this video. You may not see it on a mobile app, but if you go back to the home page of my channel, you should be able to see it there. Guys, thanks for watching. Check out all the videos on my channel. Check out the links down in the description, and we'll see you next time.